one is from Cambridge. As some of you might know, I am working, while I'm studying again. I work here too, but I'm studying again. Uh, I'm doing my second master's in AI ethics and society at the University of Cambridge. And last week rather, were my classes for that. And that's why one of the reasons why this video is a little delayed. Uh, this time, I'm going to talk about what a lot of people have been asking me as to what, in my opinion, were the big tech events of 2021. Now, 2021 was a year which many of us would choose to forget, given that the pandemic carried on and on and on, new variants came up, and it's a year which was again spent hoping for normalcy to come in. While we did wait for that, technology did not, and I think a lot of phenomenal things happened in technology in 2021. Some of them great, some of them a little worrying. And it's extremely difficult to choose as to which ones were the ones which were the top tech events. But I thought that rather than talking about all of them, let me talk about the seven big tech events which I thought were, well, which I thought were kind of life changing or world changing, which happened in 2021. And so here goes. Number one, not surprisingly, is about crypto, quite expectedly. And crypto, I think in 2021 came into its own. While crypto has been around for a while, 2021 was when it moved from being just a trading instrument to a real currency. Perhaps not in our real world or in real life, as crypto people like to say, but at least in this new phenomenon, the metaverse, and this whole new world, which was actually burst into everyone's consciousness when Facebook, in fact, changed its name to Meta. This world of alternate reality emerged, and crypto became the favored currency of this world. And what the metaverse and crypto actually gave a rise to, which I think, in my opinion, is a bigger phenomenon, was this uh, phenomenon of the rise of the creator economy, when individuality was monetized, and when creators like you and me, whether they would be creating videos or writing or speaking or artists creating art, suddenly found this new way to monetize their creativity. Uh, and I think this will have profound impact on the world, on life, on work, and is actually one big reason why the future of work is kind of coming at us at a breakneck pace. So that was number one. Number two, well, uh, predictably, given what I'm doing, was about artificial intelligence or AI. And lots of things happen in AI. But I think 2021 was remarkable because of a particular technology of AI called deep learning, which made great strides. Uh, Pretty much towards the end of 2020, we saw how DeepMind had used deep learning to predict the structures of proteins or how proteins would fold. And while that sounds very innocuous to us, it probably is the greatest advance in medical technology in recent times. Because if we know how proteins fold and what shape they take, it would become as much that much easier for scientists and physicians and doctors and researchers to create new drugs for previously in uncurable diseases like cancers and autoimmune diseases and many other kinds. And in fact, what DeepMind did was to create a subsidiary called Isomorphic Labs. Just an aside, Isomorphic is a fantastic name for a lab like this. Maybe one day I will talk about why. But the Isomorphic Labs it was created on the back of this um, protein folding discovery or protein folding mechanism created through deep learning. which I think is a massive event and is going to change the medical world forever. Number three, well, closer to home, to India, was where a new creature was seen on the horizon in multiple numbers, and that creature is the unicorn. India created a huge number of unicorns in 2021. A unicorn, as you would know, is a startup which has reached a valuation or crossed a valuation of $1 billion. And actually, India with 81 unicorns, um, uh, 81 unicorns uh, became actually the third largest unicorn country in the world after the US and China, and actually crossed UK, where I am currently, to become the third largest. And I think this is another another massive impacting technology event of 2021, because it basically means that entrepreneurship, especially tech entrepreneurship, is becoming more and more mainstream, as we can see now with Shark Tank India, etc. So that was number three. Number four, well, how can you ignore Elon Musk and Tesla, especially in 2021? And Elon Musk, especially with Tesla, he's doing a bunch of other things which are reshaping the world, but especially with Tesla, it reshaped the way the world looks at cars and at energy. I think 2021 was the inflection point for Tesla. Not only did it become a trillion-dollar company, not only did Musk, therefore, on the back of it, become the richest man on the world, but pretty much every car company or transportation company in the world started talking about how they were going to go all electric or mostly electric. And for the first time, we saw the demise of the IC engine, the internal combustion petroleum driven engine, which now probably will be phased out in the next few years, and electric cars will rule the road, um, led probably by Elon Musk and Tesla. We can't have Elon Musk just doing one big thing. And so I think the other bit which Musk was involved in, along with Bezos, along with Richard Branson, is outer space. And again, 2021 was the inflection point in which going into outer space, possibly colonizing outer space, going further, became that much more real. Uh, you know, SpaceX, Elon Musk's company, now regularly sends rockets and brings them back to Earth as if they were, you know, trucks or something. Uh, Starlink, uh, his satellite system with thousands of satellites launched by his rockets, is blanketing the Earth, and hopefully soon we will have a space-driven or satellite-driven internet covering large swaths of the Earth. And so that, I think, was another massive 2021 event. Number six, while tech roared ahead, a big roadblock was actually created by the great semiconductor supply chain crisis. We realized this year, in 2021, that actually all of technology was based on these tiny but super powerful chips, semiconductor chips, primarily made by two or three very large companies. And the largest of them all, TSMC in Taiwan, just went beyond capacity, and COVID impacted transportation and the supply chain of those chips. And also, people had cut down on building stuff, and then suddenly, as the Delta version of COVID retreated, everyone suddenly wanted chips. There was a huge demand. We also realized that cars, more than anything else, required a lot of chips, and so suddenly new cars were not available. And this chip shortage doesn't only have economic implications; it has massive geopolitical implications, given that TSMC is in Taiwan and China has been eyeing Taiwan. And who knows, as I wrote earlier in one of my articles, this semiconductor could become frighteningly the cause for the next world war. And we saw some indications towards that in 2021. Seven, and finally, uh, I've spoken about it earlier, but the future of work suddenly became closer. It became the present. Hybrid work, decentralization of work, gig economy, uh, the work powered by the creative economy. All of that started happening. And what it led to is another phrase which became popular in 2021 called the Great Resignation, where people suddenly realized that 9 to 5 jobs were not what they wanted to do. And this especially influenced technology because tech was at the forefront of the Great Resignation, as it is in the forefront of many other things. And this again will impact how technology gets created, how tech companies get created. What happens to work is going to have profound effects on everything else. And so there are many others, friends, but these were the top seven, in my view, the top seven tech events of 2021: crypto, NFTs, creative economy, the metaverse. It was number one, not necessarily in any particular order. Number two, the big one, in my opinion, deep learning, creating, creating, helping us solve previously unsolvable problems like how proteins fold. Number three, the unicorns, the rise of the unicorns in many countries, especially in India. Number four, uh, Tesla and Elon Musk, and how we suddenly saw electric cars becoming dominant and IC engines going away. Number five, Musk again, this time in space, not on Earth, with his SpaceX and Starlink satellites, and then chased by Jeff Bezos and Richard Branson and many others. And then number six, the great semiconductor crisis, putting brakes on some of the more things that could have happened. And finally, the future of work getting accelerated and becoming much closer to the present. These were my seven. I'm sure that you thought that there could be others which I have not talked about. I would love to hear about them. A lot of you have also asked me as to when will I talk about the big seven tech events of 2022. Well, not too long to wait, another 15 days or so, and I will be putting a video up on what I think will be the big tech events of 2022. Thank you very much. Have a great year, and look forward to see you soon. Thank you.